I was born a normal baby boy, and for the first 10 years of my life, we thought it would remain that way. When I was 10, I got this pain in my hips that caused me to limp and walk slower than others. My parents and I didn't think much of it because a year earlier I had had seizures that the doctor said would affect my gait, which means my ability to walk. But that pain never went away, and my parents and others who I looked up to always made me feel like it was my fault for not exercising enough, although I knew it was because of my pain that I wasn't exercising and not the other way around. The reason they insisted on this, though, is because that is what the doctor said was the most important thing for me. The doctors actually said there was nothing wrong with me at this time. For about 4 years this continued until when I was 14, my friends and I were playing soccer, and as often happens, one of my friends inadvertently kicked my foot instead of the ball. I immediately was in severe pain, and by the next day the foot had swelled up. We thought it was just a normal injury until I had to go out to feed the dogs one day, and by the time I got back inside the house, both my feet had swelled and were painful. We had no idea what was going on, and neither did the doctors. As time went on, my pain in both places got worse until I couldn't walk on my feet because they were so painful. So we got a wheelchair, and by this time both feet were about double or maybe even triple the size they were supposed to be. They hurt so much that even a light tap would cause them to worsen and bruise. During this time, a period of about 2 years, we were trying everything to help make me better. Light therapy, physical therapy, hot and cold contrast therapy, but nothing was working. It was also during this time that I was diagnosed with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. After about 2 years of basically no improvement, we decided that I would take an Aleve twice a day just to cut down on the inflammation. Because by this point, the inflammation was so severe that I was losing weight and was near the point of death, actually. Within like a week of this, I was back walking with a walker, and then a little while after, I was back walking by myself. The reason we didn't do this sooner is because we wanted to actually heal me and not just treat the symptoms, as well as the fact that the last time I took an Aleve, I got a stomach ulcer, which, if you've never had one before, let me tell you, it is probably one of the most painful things you can ever experience in your life, and I didn't want to go through that again. Even though I was walking by myself again, there was still an incredible amount of pain that I was experiencing. If I skipped a dose of the painkiller, I went right back into extreme pain. That continued for a while until the spring of 2016 when I came down with chickenpox. At that time, I decided my immune system needed to be stronger, so I wasn't going to keep taking Aleve because it depresses the immune system. And because the chickenpox itched so much, I spent nearly all my time in our sauna because the heat made the itching bearable. During the week or so that it took for me to get over that problem, I didn't experience that much pain. In fact, I felt like I was still on the Aleve, and because of that, I didn't go back to Aleve after I was better either. And for a few years I lived like that, some days better than others. Sometimes I would even feel well enough to work out a bit, while others I would walk slower and be in considerably more pain. But I seemed to be in the process of getting better, even amid these changes. Then in August of 2018, I felt well enough to get a job as a cashier at a fast food restaurant. And over the last few months of that year, my body started to break down under that added stress. In December of that year, we decided that we needed to see what exactly was going on with me, so we went back to the doctors and did a whole lot of tests. My symptoms all reached the breaking point, though, when at the end of the year, I went to a conference for young people where I had to walk long distances to get everywhere I wanted to go while there. And being that I was there for about a week, my body was really doing badly by the end of the conference. When I went back to my job at the beginning of January 2019, I was hurting so badly that I couldn't continue after 2 days back. Being that at the end of the second day, I couldn't walk anymore and had to be helped to the car. After that, the results for tests that we had done in December came in, and we found that the arthritis was being caused by Lyme disease. Lyme disease is a disease that you can get from a tick biting you. It can cause a whole host of problems, mine being arthritis. Because we found that out, we started treating it with hyperthermia treatments and natural antibiotics. After about 3 months of that, I was able to walk again. And we thought that I just needed physical therapy to get back to normal. So we stopped all treatment and started therapy. That, though, didn't go so well, and I got worse very fast until we decided that I needed to go to a treatment center in Alabama to see what they could do. This was not the end of my treatment, nor was it even the beginning of the end. But like Churchill so ably said so many years ago, maybe it was the end of the beginning. Hey guys, hope you liked my first video on this channel. I plan on posting every week, so stay tuned as I take you on this journey from arthritic to athletic. Talk to y'all later. Bye.